Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I recently did a video on my 2023 handbag wish list, and on that wish list I mentioned wanting to pick up something from the Longchamp Le Pliage Club line. Sadly, that line is discontinued now, but you can still get those bags from, discount stores like Nordstrom Rack or Saks Off Fifth, those sorts of places, as well as of course on the secondhand market. Annoyingly though, actually, because I do live in Canada, you can no longer purchase off of the Nordstrom website, so that's a little bit frustrating, but of course, there's other avenues and other sites that I can find other things, and I believe there is actually one physical store in my city as well, so I can still visit and purchase things from them. Just not as accessible and easy as just going on their website. So otherwise though, I will link all of those sites down below if you are interested in checking those out, and probably be the most useful for people in the United States. So I actually did previously have a piece from the club line. It was the navy colored large travel tote, and unfortunately it was just too big for me. I rarely used it, so I ended up selling it, and I don't regret selling the bag, but one thing that I do wish is that I went out and purchased other bags from that line when it was still being made, because it's just a lot harder now that it has been discontinued. So I've been looking online for bags in past colors that I'm interested in, and I did stumble across this website called Galleria Deluxe, and I noticed that they had a bunch of older club bags. So kind of looked into them a little bit more. I was a little bit skeptical at first because I'd never heard of them or anything, and it looks like they are based in India, and they have more so recently expanded to Canada via an online site, and I believe that started in 2020. But otherwise, I still was a little bit skeptical, but I looked online. I think there was also like a Reddit post about it, and it seemed like everything checked out, so I did end up purchasing from that website. So what I ended up picking up is the Longchamp tote in the medium size with the short handle, and this is in the color chalk, and it has of course the black accent. I'm going to just go over a little bit in terms of like the shipping process and all that stuff specifically from this website. Again, I will also link it down below if you are interested. It does have free shipping, I think over $100 for Canada, and I think it might be like $150 for the US, something along those lines, so pretty easy to meet if you are interested in purchasing something. In terms of shipping, it was really quick. It took about, I think, 5 business days from me ordering it to it arriving at my door, and currently on the website you can still purchase this exact model, and it's listed for $121 Canadian. So I did find a discount code that I did use on the total, so after shipping was free, but after the taxes and everything it came out to $115 Canadian, and I was happy with that price. It came securely packaged in a bubble mailer, and there was no issues externally or internally on the package. One thing though that I was a little bit sad about was that it appears that the bag has been folded up for quite some time, because you will see, and I've noticed this on other Longchamp bags as well, if you fold it up, it gets these little wrinkles where the bag has been folded. And so actually that is the reason why when I store my Longchamp totes, especially like these nylon ones, I don't actually fold them up, I just keep them flat. But otherwise everything looks good, although I'm a little bit nervous about how this will wear, just because it is such a light color, but it's a big tote, so we'll see. And if I do run into any issues or I notice like a substantial amount of wear, I'll definitely post an update on this. But a little overview about this bag. So again, this is in the color chalk, and I would say it's basically kind of like a nice light linen color, essentially like a very pale taupe color, and again like the accents that I mentioned, so the logo with the Longchamp horse, and then the button and also the glazing is all done in black. And if you open it up, the inside is in the white color, so you can kind of see the difference between the color of the bag versus the inner lining, which is white. Of course, compared to the old Longchamp models, this is a newer version, so it does have the large back pocket, and it doesn't have anything in the front, and it also has a more substantial base for the handles. And like other club pieces, it has the matching colored leather handles, and these little tips that match the color of the nylon, and otherwise it has silver hardware. So I do actually have a video ready on my channel, which I will also link below if you're interested, comparing the different sizes of certain Longchamp nylon totes. But just for reference, this is again the medium size with the short handle, and I would say size-wise it's in between for the long handles, what they call the medium size now, and the large, although this definitely heavily skews towards the large size. And for reference, just size-wise, it's about 30 centimeters by 28 centimeters by 20 centimeters. So a decent size. I've actually used this already for work and it was great to lug around everything that I needed, but I imagine this will also be a fantastic kind of like overnight bag, or just when you need to carry a bunch of things, like maybe to the gym or something. And also, like usual, it is kind of like an empty hole, so it fits a ton of things, but it's very just unorganized, like you kind of just throw things in. So I am looking to purchase an insert for this because it is a little bit too big, and normally for work I don't stuff this fully, so I think with an insert it'll really help with like sagging or anything like that. So I am planning to do a more in-depth video comparing all the different Longchamp totes that I have currently, and also what fits in them, so if you're interested, definitely stay tuned for that. But aside from that, if you have any questions for me on this bag specifically or anything else, please leave those down in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them. Otherwise, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos and for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day though, and I'll see you in the next video.